What up, YouTube? I'm Joshua Dufurrena. I want to talk to you about this, David Cross. The way I enjoyed the first film of Alvin and the Chipmunks, you did a great job defending appearing in the first film of Alvin and the Chipmunks. You did a great job welcoming the Chipmunks to Jett Records. Good job on that. And good job welcoming the Chipmunks to your home, too. My favorite places I loved that you defend appearing in Alvin and the Chipmunks. You know, I like the places you were at with the Chipmunks. I like the concert you went to, and I like the house you were with the Chipmunks at. And I liked all the places where you and the Chipmunks were at in the first film. So David Cross will realize that I like the Hawke house and the concert you brought the Chipmunks to. Good job. But David Cross, it's not a guarantee that I'll be liking Alvin and Chipmunks Squeakquel, because I hate the second film all because Jason Lee was injured, and I hate the fact that Zachary Levi had to star in the second film as Toby Savile. He could have waited until the fourth film of Alvin and the Chipmunks to be in it, because, you know, I did not want Toby Savile being in the second film. You know, the Chipettes should have appeared in the first film where you could do both, represent the Chipmunks and Chipettes and Jett Records. But the plan failed in the first film since they decided not to put the Chipettes in the first film. Ironically, David Cross defended appearing in 2007's first film after a fellow made fun of him. So I want David Cross to realize something. I just am a fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks since I like his character Ian Hawke a lot. I'm obsessed with Dave Seville talking to Ian Hawke. You know, Dave Seville played by Jason Lee. So I like Jason Lee and David Cross because them two were starred in 3 films of Alvin and the Chipmunks. You know, in the first, second, and third film. Those two may have starred in the second film, but David Cross did not talk to Jason Lee in the second film. Originally, they were supposed to talk to each other in the second film, but was denied because Jason Lee was in the hospital for most of the film. And that made me real sad. I'm sad that you did not represent both in the second film. You did not represent the Chipmunks, but represent the Chipettes, too. You were supposed to represent both, David Cross, the Chipmunks, and the Chipettes to Jett Records. You know what Jason Lee should have said instead of Aunt Jackie in the second film? He should have said, while Dave was in the hospital, I want you boys to go home to Ian Hawke. That's what Dave should have said in the second film, but he failed to say Ian Hawke's name in the second film. So, it's not that I hate Toby Savile, it's just I wanted to like Toby Savile only if he appeared in the fourth film. And since he did not appear in the fourth film, I'm just mad that Zachary Levi had to be in the second film, and I'm upset that Aunt Jackie had to be in the second film instead of the fourth film. I want David Cross to realize how much I liked the first film of Alvin and the Chipmunks. And David Cross, you're a funny guy who's a comedian of, about Arrested Development. I like Arrested Development. I'm a fan of that too, David Cross. But David Cross, it's a guarantee that I hate Alvin and the Chipmunks Squeakquel all because Jason Lee was trapped in the hospital. At least you could have checked up on Jason Lee in the second film at the hospital. I know what the real problem is about the Squeakquel. David Cross should have appeared in the beginning of the film of the Squeakquel, but he had to wait until the middle of the film to be in the Squeakquel. I'm just upset that Jason Lee had to be trapped in the hospital, meaning that he's unable to talk to Jason. No, I'm just upset that Jason Lee had to be in the hospital, meaning he was unable to talk to David Cross in the second film. But David Cross, I did not want you hating on Chipwreck because I wanted you to be with Jason Lee once again, okay? You know how hard I wanted you, you know how easy I wanted you to be with Jason Lee in the third film with Chipwrecked? I'm glad that you were with Jason Lee in the third film of Alvin. I think you hated Chipwrecked all because you were trapped in the pelican suit. I understand that you hate being in a pelican suit, but there was no need for you to hate on Chipwrecked because I did not want Jason Lee injured in the hospital for the second film, and I did not want Toby Saville in it at all. So I need Old School Dave and everyone to appear on the talk show and slam the writers for not putting Jason Lee with David Cross in all the scenes in the second film. I need Old School Dave and everyone to appear on the talk show and slam Zachary Levi for not appearing in the fourth film instead of the second film, and slam Aunt Jackie for appearing in the second film instead of the fourth film, because I wanted Jason Lee and David Cross to talk to each other in 3 films of Alvin and the Chipmunks. The plan succeeded talking to each other in the first and third film, but not in the second film. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be real with you, David Cross, because I care about you and Jason Lee a lot. You know who should have been in the fourth film instead of Miles? Zoe should have been in the fourth film, while Samantha should have been in the third film, because I wanted Samantha to meet Ian Hawke for the first time, okay? And Tony Hale was not supposed to be in the fourth film, but be in the fifth and sixth film. But a grounding should have been in the fifth and sixth film. But there would be a fifth and sixth film of Alvin and the Chipmunks happening. The fifth film would have to come out in 2020. And the sixth film would be the last trilogy in 2021. Okay? But David Cross, I do not want you hating on Chipwreck, because I'm a fan of your Alvin and the Chipmunks film trilogy. I'm a fan of the first and third film you've been in. I'm happy that you done the second film. I'm happy that you represented the Chipettes in the second film, but I think the real reason why you did not talk to Jason Lee in the second film was because you did not appear at the beginning of the concert. You should have visited David Cross. You should have visited Jason Lee in the hospital in the second film, but was denied by the writers. But David Cross, it's a guarantee that I like Jett Records and the Hawke house your character Ian Hawke lived at and worked for. Even though Jett Records was not seen in Chipwrecked, it was mentioned by Ian as he, Zoe, and Dave were calling out to the rescue helicopter. That's it. Peace. Bye.